I hope Mizuno makes a resurgence, just like I'm going to say, just. Well, look who decided to show up in the studio today. A Mizuno shoe, the Wave Inspire 17. Oh man, the first, I think it's the first Mizuno shoe in the studio for 2021. Listen, 90s, early 2000s, I would say Mizuno had a stronger, at the end of the day, what it comes down, the competition in the running shoe marketplace has increased tremendously since the early 2000s, and I don't know, we'll talk more about this in a minute. I don't know if Mizuno is being left behind a little bit. I will say right now, it's a stability shoe, okay? Not twisted. I'm putting a lot of force to make it twist, which, we'll talk about this plate in a minute. Anyway, if you are, though, a Mizuno fan, it's not the question of the day, but let us know if you are a fan in the comments and why, if you could make your case, because I think that Mizuno does get a little bit of a hard rap in the running shoe space. But anyway, just a few thoughts up front about the overall brand of Mizuno. Oh man, okay, but first, here we go. Sam, you get the comment of the day. Shout out to Sam. Thank you, Sam. He says, Seth, as always, love the daily vlogs and can't thank you enough for the gift of motivation and how much you have impacted my training and the way I think with running in general. Amazing again, and thank you. No, thank you, Sam, for tuning in, for being willing to hit that subscribe button, to give me a shot here on YouTube. I know all of your time is precious. You're busy people. You're motivated to work hard in your careers, in school, in running, in life. And so the fact that you might take 10 minutes out of your day, sometimes 15, sometimes 20 minutes out of your day to tune in on YouTube, and hopefully, I would recommend multitasking. Stretch, foam roll, make your coffee for the next day as you're watching the vlog. You know what I mean? Like, I'm all about multitasking and being efficient with time, but at the end of the day, I appreciate you, Sam, and everybody else for tuning in, okay? So you guys motivate, did I already mention? It's a two-way street. You motivate me, and hopefully I give a little bit back through the camera. Here we go. Built like a tank is what I want to say up front. The Wave Inspire 17. Again, the twist test, not twist, definitely not loosey-goosey. No goose emoji today down in the comments, okay? We're looking at a 12 millimeter drop from heel to toe. I should mention right now, here it is on your screen, the amount of miles I've taken the Wave Inspire 17 to, and relegation time. I need a new sound effect for relegation. Remember we talked about that last week with the, yes, it was the On Cloud Stratus. So what do I mean by relegation? So we've got first impressions in the studio, we've got 50-mile full reviews, and then we have relegation. If a shoe is approaching 50 miles, but it just gets relegated down the line, which means I actually kind of enjoyed the shoe because I took it out for a second, third, fourth run, not just a first impression run. So anyway, relegation time for the Wave Inspire 17. And women's size 8, men's size 9 on your screen. There it is. Let's soak it in for my size one more time. 9.8 ounces, looking at 6.5 out of 10. Pretty high weight. But that, if a weight of a shoe is high, it usually means the durability is going up, which is the case for the Wave Inspire 17. Upper, we're looking at a double layered air mesh, semi-gusseted. Let's just confirm, yes, semi-gusseted, stout heel counter. Now, the lockdown score is not amazing. There it is. And the reason why is because I'm a little perplexed as to why the collar of the shoe is pretty plush, but I'm not sure the tongue is matching the plush scale to the collar. I would prefer, actually, if this tongue was a little more plush, just to help with that lockdown feel. So that's why the lockdown score is not as great. Also, the eyelet chain, again, just a little more resilience and strength in that eyelet chain. It was just, it wasn't laying on top of the foot as nice as I would have liked, or would have expected, I guess I should say. So there you go. Lockdown score and overall score for the upper. The reason, again, it's not breaking into the 7s is because one of the reasons, because the breathability. With summer quickly approaching here in the Northern Hemisphere, because it is that double layer air mesh, I don't foresee this shoe being very breathable. So anyway, 6.75 out of 10 for the overall upper. Not bad, but yeah, there you go. I'm going to leave it there for the Mizuno Wave Inspire 17. We're looking at an EVA compound, what they're calling their U4IC EVA midsole material. It's got this double fan shaped wave plate, which I thought here on the medial side, it's really pronounced. Okay, and actually real quick, overpronation versus supination. Here it is on your screen, this image, okay? So if you're going to a running shoe store and the running shoe rep is, helping you out and you're like, what does supination mean? So just keep this image in your mind. Who knows, maybe take a screenshot and just save it on your phone so you can really understand, okay? Inward, and it's hard to show in the studio, but inward, overpronation, supination, outward, overpronation. Anyway, there it is on your screen. Soak it in. Soak it in. I thought that this I'll just call a plate on the medial side was actually smoother than expected, which is why the midsole ride and the overall score for the midsole, we're actually getting a pretty good scores, okay? There they are on your screen, 7.5 out of 10 for the ride and energy return, and then 8 out of 10 for the overall score of the midsole. Also, the midsole resilience, the durability, very high. Let's do the durometer. It's interesting. Like, I was 100% judging this shoe by its cover, okay? Like, don't judge a book by its cover. This shoe coming out of the box, I was really judging. Like, this plate was scaring me 100%, but I gotta tell you, it was smoother than I expected for the ride. So there you go. Oh man, overall, I'm excited for I'm gonna say, complex engineering of the Mizuno Wave Inspire 17. We're looking at X10 carbon rubber on the outsole. And I love this decoupled groove Mizuno from the midfoot down to the heel. There is a lot of rubber, which is why the score is not a little bit higher. But they also added, which again, I love when companies do this, flex grooves under the toe box. See these grooves there? It basically, when there's a lot of rubber on the outsole, but you still want to feel a little bit of push-off power through the foot strike, these flex grooves allow your foot to, well, flex again as you're pushing off through, whether you're a heel striker or even if you're a forefoot striker as well. So good work there, Mizuno. 7.5 out of 10 for the outsole. Okay, moving on to the fit, true to size, 7.5 out of 10. Nothing crazy to write at home about there. Comfort, 6.5 out of 10. Again, mostly the score is coming down a little bit because of the lockdown through the upper. I just felt like if you're going to go for it, go for it. It's plush through the collar. Let's go plush through the tongue as well. Positives and drawbacks. We're getting the job done for overpronators. That's this wave plate here on the medial side. It's just going to get the job done. Okay, so if you are overpronating, definitely look at the Wave Inspire. I don't know, man. Okay. Oh, all right. I'm throwing down the gauntlet. In the comments, gotta watch what I say. Should I? Oh man, see, this is where I just need help, and this is where you guys sharing the vlogs with your friends, spreading the word about this YouTube channel. The more growth of the channel, the more I'm able to bring more content and hopefully more value to all of you. So my thought is, I did a neutral, running shoe matrix in 2020. I did 4 of them. Should I attempt to do a stability running shoe matrix in 2021? Would that be of interest for the stability running shoe runners? Let me know down in the comments. Okay, drawback is that overall lockdown on top of the foot. Durability prediction going 600 plus, 100%. 8 out of 10 for the score, 600 plus miles, no doubt about it. It's just gonna, that's probably on the low end. I could probably bump that up to 7 or 8. It's going to go for a long, long time. If you are looking for a shoe, actually, it's very reminiscent of the Saucony Guide 14 with respect to the durability Prediction, how will I use this shoe? Not going to take it to 50, as I already mentioned. And who is it best for? Personally, it felt a little better, actually, for that heel striking. I think, did I already do the durometer test? I think they just nailed this medial plate, this wave plate here, which you can also see exposed here on the lateral side. So for those that don't know, when I say medial, I'm talking about the inside of the shoe. Lateral, I'm talking about the outside of the shoe. So you can also see the plate here on the outside. So a little more of that heel striker. It just felt better, and I think it's because of, and it felt smooth when I was really focused on a heel strike, okay? And for that price point, looking at $135, 7.75 out of 10. Pleased with that price point. Yeah, so, but actually a little better than average, all right? My average scores are 7 or 7.5, so we're going 7.75 for the Wave Inspire 17. Other shoes to buy on your screen, okay? The weights are in men's size 9 US, okay? Soak in those weights. I'll let you do that right now. If I had to choose one out of all 4 of those, man, that's a good question. I might go actually Saucony Hurricane 23, the 4th one down there. I enjoyed the Hurricane 23, and if I remember, I'll try to link to it upper right-hand corner. Wave Inspire 17, quick specs, one more time. Soak it in. There you go. 38 and 26 for that stack height. Weight in my size, all right. Upper double layered air mesh, $135, okay. Early score, well, relegation score, 7.25 out of 10. 7.25 out of 10. But this is interesting. I just realized here. Anyway, I believe, I'll double check this, but I believe we beat out the Saucony Guide 14 by just a little bit for that score. So that's interesting. I'll try and confirm and put it on your screen, okay? And there you have it. Question of the day here in a second. What other Mizuno shoes would you be interested? I hope Mizuno makes a resurgence just like ASICS has in the past 2 years. I personally, let's say 3 or 4 years ago, I put ASICS and Mizuno in a similar category. Not the exact same, but with respect to build quality, with respect to the construction of mostly their build quality, and more like stout shoes, strong shoes, and like shoes that have a lot of good engineering into them, maybe over engineering at times. I'm gonna say Mizuno, I think 2022, I think Mizuno is on the verge of hopefully doing something great where I don't want them to abandon their approach 100%, but at the same time, I do think Mizuno needs to innovate. I'm just going to say that right now. They need to innovate, probably simplify a little bit their design. Okay, I'll leave it there. What other Mizuno shoes should I be testing for you in 2021? Question of the day, what's the most exciting thing? I never liked that word, but what's the most exciting event, moment, experience that has happened to you over the past year? Okay, so we've been through a lot as a world, as a human world, as a global family. What is the most exciting thing that has happened to you in the past year? And maybe tell us a good story. I'm trying to think. See, Henry was born over a year ago, so I can't really say Henry being born. Maybe Pikes Peak. That was pretty exciting. There's been a lot of good things. But anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. We will toss it to my last Mizuno running shoe review. Right there, I don't even know what it would be, but right there, Mizuno running shoe review. All right, everyone. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.